Seth, tonight, more points than the last 2 weeks combined. What was your challenge to the guys on offense this week?
I mean, I think it was more of a challenge from our offensive coordinator and just the staff. One of our keys to victory this week was to play clean football and to, not have negative plays and try to stay in front of the chains, not have penalties on ourselves. And I thought we did a better job than we have in the previous 2 weeks in doing that and trying to keep ourselves out of, bad situations. So, yeah.
Hey, Seth, you become bowl eligible. Every week, people's dreams either live or die. Your dreams still live on with the bowl game and possibly playing the championship game. What's your message to the team to keep on doing what they need to do to reach those ultimate extra wins?
Yeah, I mean, for the offense in particular, a lot of times on the sideline, I just say control what we can control. If you miss a field goal in special teams, we're not on special teams. We're on offense. We got to control first, second, and third down, and put our team in the best situation to win the game. And then if there's a one-play touchdown, that doesn't matter for us. We have to do our own job and worry about our own selves. So that was kind of one of my points of emphasis as the game went on, especially in the first and second quarters. Is just we got to do our own job in order to be successful. But it's a good feeling to be bowl eligible again, and just getting another conference win because they're hard to come by. Trust me, I know. So happy to be in the situation we're in after this game against a good North Texas team. Coach Morris and their quarterback Chandler Morris. They're both they're really good on offense. So happy we got the win today at home.
Seth, a lot of times this season you run the ball, you've been stopping just short of the end zone. Today you got in the end zone. How good did it feel to finally cross the line and kind of get in the end zone?
Yeah, that was a really good feeling, just because I haven't had a rushing touchdown yet this season. So, great call by Coach Krams. Pretty good execution. Any play we're in the end zone is a successful play. So, I was definitely happy about that one.
Seth, coming into this game, a lot of people were talking about the North Texas offense and high scoring or whatever. From a prize standpoint, just how does it feel for you guys to showcase on national television what your offense is?
Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good just to put on display what we know we can do and what we haven't done week in and week out this season. So, and just playing complimentary football, like I've said kind of the last couple of weeks. Every game is its own story to a certain extent. And the story of this game was it was going to be an offensive battle. They had a good offense. So we were going to be required to score points. And I feel like we did a pretty good job as the game progressed. Obviously, we had that little lull, like someone said, at the end of the second quarter, the 2-minute drives where we didn't succeed. And then coming into the third quarter, didn't start hot. But as a whole, I thought our offensive line played great. Receivers played great. We had the one drop, but and then like Coach Littlefield said, there's a couple plays I left out there on the third down, the little boot to the left, kind of weird situation. But just learn from the tape. But I think as a whole, our offense should be happy that we're trending in the right direction.
Caleb, then Jonah.
Seth, after your offense struggled in the last 2 games, do you feel like this is a game where you kind of look back and think that this is where we woke up and built the standard for the offense for the rest of the season?
I hope so. But I kind of not to look at last year, but that was kind of the case last year as well. Heading into the midpoint of the season, we knew we were capable of being a great offense, and then the back half of the season is when we turned it on, and we were a pretty elite offense. So obviously, I hope that trend happens again. This is a start, so we just have to build on it, and put the same performance on week in and week out, and be consistent, and continue to limit the penalties and limit the negative plays. I got to make sure not to take sacks, and then we'll put ourselves in positions of success. So, yeah.
Can you walk me through that bomb that you threw to Blankenship?
Yeah, it was just unbalanced formation. We had 3 receivers split out wide to the left and our tight end on the ball to the left. We had a run action pass called, so a play fake to our running back, Mario, just faking inside zone. And then he helped on the defensive end, which really sparked the play and allowed me to have time to throw the ball, and then Demir just had a post, and the guy was outside leverage during mini coverage, just kind of a beater, and he had all the field to work with, and he made a great play, and he just beat at birth. That's something that we say. Demir's just faster than that guy, so there's nothing he can do about it in that situation.
Mario's performance tonight, obviously, at each game, what do you see from him?
Man, I feel like his intensity and how he prepares for every single week allows him to have success. And he was just hitting his gaps and trusting where the run was hitting. And our offensive line did a great job opening up some holes for him. And he just played great. He caught the ball well out of the backfield. So I'm really happy for him. 4 touchdowns, that's impressive. So just, he needs to keep going, continue stacking it weeks, and then we'll be successful as offense.
Seth, I know you probably heard me ask Coach about that 3-and-out slump that you guys had. What's your mindset during a time span like that whenever you're trying to get your offense going, but you guys are, on the field for like less than a minute?
Yeah, just needed to execute better. Like I said earlier, we had a little boot to the left, and I missed the throw a little bit, put it on the wrong shoulder, so that caused a 3-and-out. And then there was another one where I threw the swing pass on like 3rd and 4, and it kind of bounced out of his hands. And then coming into the third quarter, I don't really remember what happened, to be honest, but just little things that we need to execute better. I need to execute better for sure. But when those situations arise, you just gotta talk to your guys, and even if they're in a bad state of mind at that point in time, they gotta trust that the ball's coming their way, and they're gonna need to make a play. Like Demir, he jump started our offense when he made that when he caught that post. I think that was like the third quarter, end of the third quarter. So like when you're going through a lull, you just gotta trust that as a playmaker, the ball's gonna come back to you, and you're gonna be in the situation to make that play. So we need you to make it. And we'll have lulls. You just gotta bounce back and not let them continue like the previous weeks. You can't let a lull, withstand throughout the rest of the game. You gotta let a lull be a lull. Get your, a couple bad drives out your system, and then execute as you go forward. So I thought we did an okay job of that going into the fourth quarter and winning the game.
Last question.
When either during the week or tonight did you see that Anderson was in the right space and realized, especially being down 2 guys, how much you guys need?
Yeah, I think he's understood that since the Florida State week, whenever DeRosier got hurt and then Sutton was already out for the season. He understands the role that he plays on this team, and that's a really important one. And he's played great the whole season, in my opinion. He's rushed for 200 yards in multiple games, and that's a testament to him and our offensive line and our play calling and a variety of things. So, I mean, he knows what's at stake for his future as well and his goals. So, just proud of him. Thought he protected me well too. Just proud of him.